Welcome to episode 28 of Idle Talk. I'm Fernando.
Valdez the Don.
Hey.
What's up?
Not much. How about you?
Nothing much.
Chilling?
Yeah.
Okay. So today we're going to get into something funny that I've been accumulating over, I think I want to be like 4 or 5 months. So I've added this widget on my iPhone screen. It's supposed to give me like these like kind of random funny like thoughts that people have on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
It's called our shower thoughts. So basically it's you know those thoughts that you have when you're in the shower and you're just sitting there and all of a sudden like 5 minutes goes by because you've been thinking about that one thing, whatever it may be. And so I think that's pretty funny and relatable. So I'm gonna hit you with some and we're just gonna go from there, and I want to just get your reactions, your thoughts and opinions, and then we'll go deeper into them as we like talk about them.
Yeah.
So okay, the first one is a pretty basic one. It says, shouldn't we plant fruit trees on the sidewalks so homeless people can eat them?
Yeah, I think that is a good thing.
Idea. But then like now we get into the fact of like allergies.
What would that have to do with allergies?
Like homeless people be having allergies too, you know? Like what if they eat like a banana and then they die?
Wouldn't they know?
I don't think they would know.
What? Because they're homeless?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I have allergies, and I have a home. So, like, I know I'm allergic to some things, like, but like, I don't know what could kill me. Do you know? Have you gone to? Because you have to go to get a test.
No, yeah.
And they stab you in the back with a bunch of different things, and you get like a rash all across your back.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
Shrimp.
Shrimp?
Yeah. I'm allergic to shrimp.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, like, have you gotten the test?
Yeah.
Where they do the whole thing across your whole back, and they put every single thing ever on your body, and then they see you gotten that test.
Yeah.
Was it like annoying, painful? How was that?
It was weird. I didn't expect it.
Oh, was it like how was I've never gotten that test. So I don't know.
Just like you would think that they would just give you shrimp, but they give you a bunch of stuff. Just to see if you have any reactions to anything else.
Yeah, that's the point of the test, is to see what you're allergic to as a whole, not just like shrimp.
No, because like my experience was that I went to a family gathering and I was eating shrimp, and then I had a reaction to it. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, we're gonna go and get it tested. They're gonna just give us some sort of something that is shrimp that's going to give me like a reaction to it, or at least test if I have a reaction to it. And they just give me a bunch of different stuff, and I'm like, what? Yeah,
what I'm talking about is the basic test where it's like you go, and then they lay you like on your stomach, and then they just put basically tape off different sections of your back, and then they like put different like apple. Duh. Like I don't know how extensive the test is, but it looks pretty extensive because it's your entire back, and so and then they just wait and see what happens, and then some spots like are regular, but some spots get like red, or like some people have them different. Like
to the homeless thing, I guess it's just the risk that they take to eat. That's the risk.
Yeah, but then like I guess like the plants on the sidewalks, like who puts those? They're the city.
Yeah.
So now it's not like if a homeless guy eats an apple and like, oh, I'm allergic to apples, I'm gonna sue, and then boom.
Nah, it's already within there. Like, yo, if you eat the food outside, it's like, you can't sue us.
Like, hey, we're trying to help you, but like, don't sue us.
Yeah, no, you can't sue us. It's free food.
This should be a sign. It's like, if you take this apple, if something should happen to you, that's not on us.
That is on your own discretion.
That's like, they're like, this is free food. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. If failure wasn't so detrimental to our egos, we'd have a lot more advancements in human history.
I guess, yeah, failure is holding us back, but I feel like failure attached to a financial like security is what's really holding us back. Because if you fail at your plan, your business, your invention, and you get no resources or revenue or ROI, then that makes it even worse.
So you think we're like too ROI focused?
Like individually, no, not really, because a lot of people focus on their goals or their dreams. But I think as a society, if you don't get that return on your investment, some people can't live off of just hugs and kisses and prayers.
I think we can.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one. Driving an old car is indicative of being poor. Driving a really old car is indicative of class and wealth.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
The older the machine, the more rare the parts are, and then that just shows your level of wealth of maintaining something that is old. So like for example, think about it like an old guy, a really old person, and they're still alive. You're like, all right, you got money to hold up, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if someone who is poor and they're getting into their 80s, they start really like disintegrating.
Mm-hmm.
But someone with money can keep themselves afloat.
They got like those like vampire rich people that steal young blood.
Yeah.
When computers eventually become sentient, they will need therapy for everything we've Googled.
No.
You don't think they'll remember?
They wouldn't care.
You don't think they would care?
I don't think AI.
If they become sentient, that means they're becoming like human. They're like feeling emotions.
They can.
I mean, like if you're like a child predator's computer,
Yeah.
and then you become
you become a child predator.
No, you're like, oh my god, what the like? You know the things this guy's Googled. Like, do you want to know the things like? That's what I'm thinking it as. They become aware, like more self-aware, more like more human, and then it's like, fuck, dude, you fucking Googled some weird shit on me.
Yeah.
That's how I think they would respond. I don't think they'd be like, yeah.
I think that categorizing them as like they're gonna be more human is just going to,
because then they're beings now.
like it's going to misplace them because they're not human at all.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that they're going to like take in information and then regurgitate it, or however they metabolize that feeling, is going to be completely different than from a human. Because the way that
I think they'll be better than us.
I'm not saying they're going to be better.
No, that's what I think.
You think?
I think they're going to be like, they're going to be so focused and like pinpoint like how like machines are,
mm-hmm.
but then have feelings and be able to successfully differentiate feelings from focus.
Mm-hmm.
And then so if a decision needs to be made, they can be like, this is the right decision. I'm going to make this decision. I know the consequences and the outcomes or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And I think this is the best overall decision, as opposed to, you know, they're like, oh, we send the nuke back? Oh my gosh, do we do it? I think robots are like, hey, we're dead. They're going to be dead. You know, boop.
Yeah.
Like
a logical conclusion, yeah.
But I feel like they'll be able to process the emotional consequences better and filter that out than a human.
I think that's just going to hamper their ability to be emotionally intelligent. Being so logical, mm-hmm. that they're just going to be...
it's going to be like every guy on the planet.
Almost, yeah. Yeah.
Like, nah, you wanted a solution. No, bitch, I just want you to listen to me.
Didn't we learn this?
Yeah, we
learned this lesson.
So, oh my gosh, okay. The next one. Not having any friends turned out to be a bigger problem than friends offering you drugs and alcohol.
None of my friends ever offered me alcohol and drugs.
No, but I'm saying overall, like, I think that's what they're trying to say is like not having any friends at all is a bigger problem than having friends that would offer you drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, because then you develop like antisocial like
tendencies
and stuff like that, and then you have no circle to bounce off of, or at least lean on. Yeah. For support. Yeah. So yeah, in a way that having no friends gives you no life experiences, can hinder how you go throughout life. Yeah. Yeah,
because I feel like the right use of drugs and alcohol is like adding to you, like to your experiences. Is not like once you become dependent on those things, then that's when your life experiences turn out to be something completely different. But like there's some people out there, like lonely people, mm-hmm. that are truly alone, and it's like you feel for them, like empathetically, like
that are truly alone, meaning truly, like nobody.
And then
have you ever experienced that? Have you ever seen met somebody like
that? I've
that?
met somebody like that before, and it's like, and it's weird trying to get them like in a friend circle. It's like, hey, you want to hang out with us? Like, we're going down there.
Because you're like, you know what? You need other people
Yeah,
besides
like, hey,
just me.
Yeah. Not even just me. I'm like, you can tell like that they have no one, right? You can tell.
Yeah.
And then so like in college, like I met this particular individual, and I was like, hey, me and my boys are gonna go out to eat like down the hill. You want to go? And it's like, and then like the reaction to it is like whoa.
Isn't it weird when like when you have friends and you have these social skills that you develop at a young age, and then someone you meet in their 20s, early 20s or whatever, that doesn't have any of these
of those skills,
and you're like what's going on?
And I'm
help?
I'm trying to like ease them into it. I'm like, hey, me and this other guy are gonna go hang out. You want to go?
Yeah.
And then like 2 days later, hey, me and this other guy and this other guy. Like, you know, like you ease in the like the amount of people they go in. But then some people just don't like react well to those situations.
No, they don't, because they haven't developed that skill. It takes a while.
It takes patience to do that. I didn't have the patience.
You let them go.
I was like, all right, we tried 4 times.
Yeah.
I don't really care that much.
Oh, okay.
But I tried though. I wanted to like incorporate them into a group. Because I like introducing people, and then they form a friend group to the side as well. I'm like, oh, nice.
Like
I don't have to be in this. Nice. Like,
I feel like that's why I'm gonna really encourage my kids to like really just go outside. They'd be like, I want to stay home. No, get the fuck out.
You know what I don't understand, bro? Is like when you would and I would like, hey, can so and so come over? No. I'm like, what?
Oh, when you're paying. Yeah. Your parents? Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean no? I'm like, looking back at it, I'm like, yo, that helps with like social skills, social interactions,
develop
like
bonds and stuff.
Yeah, and it helps set boundaries too, because like if you invite someone to your home, you set boundaries to about like, what happens in your home. You start learning about boundaries and setting them early on, I think. Yeah. As opposed to like having to learn about fucking boundaries at like 23, 24, 25. Like just like, you're like, hey, this is my room. Don't go to my fucking room unless I invite you. Boom, boundary, right?
Don't get on my bed unless I tell you to.
Yeah. Boom.
Don't take off your clothes unless we both agree to take off
clothes.
Yeah,
exactly.
Things like that.
Exactly. Perfect. Yeah. So like, I think that's important to like, that helps like in a way teach boundaries without necessarily it being a lesson. Yeah. Right. Because then like you inviting somebody into your own personal space, and then it's like, I don't like that they did this.
Mm-hmm. You start grinding that feeling out, and you start like, what can I do next time?
And it's good because it's a friend. It's somebody you invited over, right? It's not like a stranger that all of a sudden like does some shit to you. And like, whoa, I didn't fucking like that. Like, it's like, okay, you're my friend. I'm your friend. And I didn't like this. That, let's like next time don't do that, right? Yeah. And it helps you learn that lesson with a familiar person and an environment you're comfortable in, because it's your home. Yeah. So I think that's important.
I think the reason why our parents, speaking from parents who are immigrants, they're just afraid of problems arising in your house. Yeah. They're just afraid of a kid getting hurt or something, and then that becomes something bigger, and the snowball just starts rolling down the hill. Yeah.
That's and then all of a sudden, there's a kid with a black eye. You didn't even know the third kid was there.
Yeah. All of a sudden, like, what the heck happened to his leg?
Yeah. You're like, I don't know. I didn't even know that kid. I don't know how he got in here. Okay. The next one. Nothing is stopping you from putting a bike lock on someone else's bike.
No, there's nothing is stopping you from doing that. You're just a real dick if you do that. That'd be so irritating. Oh my god, that'd be so irritating.
All I can do is laugh. The next one. Wikipedia writing is so often consistent considering how many people contribute to it.
Yeah, because like everybody goes to it for information, and the people who don't know most likely are not trolls. It's just like most humans are not violent. It's like the small majority are aggressors. It's like most people who go out to the Wikipedia are looking for information. They're not going to be altering it just to be a troll. Yeah. They're like, okay, this person knows what they're talking about. Yeah. We'll keep going. And you bring that information up to your professor or teacher, and it's correct most of the time. Sometimes it could be wrong. You also have to do your own research. But Wikipedia is pretty solid because nobody really plays with it.
It's impressive that the tone is like consistent. You know, it's like everything flows, even though like it has like 30, 40 authors to it. Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. Right. The next one. Nostalgia is addictive because everything turns out to be okay.
Nostalgia is addictive because everything turns out to be okay. Because you look into that, you feel like this is the only safe moment. Or like that was just a really good moment when you didn't have anything to worry about.
I don't know. Get it. It could be like, you look back at something, whether it be good or bad, right? You still feel some kind of nostalgia of it. It's like, ooh, wait, that something bad happened, but then like, it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if something good happened, you're like, hey, that was really good, nostalgia, and then it's like, hey, that was really bad, but I was okay afterwards. Like that's like the really good part of it. It's like because no matter what you're going through,
it's gonna
looking back at it, you end up being okay because you're still there. Like you're in the present moment. You're like, hey, I survived that. Or
that brings up mental health awareness. Yeah. Just everything's gonna be okay. Just let it
rock.
Exactly.
Let it pass.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll never understand how much your parents love you until you have kids of your own, but then the cycle continues. Yeah.
I think that's so true. You'll never understand. I don't even understand. I don't know why my mom loves me like that. It is what it is, though.
It is what it is. I can't wait to have kids.
You can't?
I can't wait. Yeah.
How like?
I'm trying to bust nuts.
When?
Huh?
How?
When?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get them like when I'm like 33.
33? That's some time from.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I can't wait. Like. Yeah, I think that's an appropriate age. I don't want to be 40 when I have my kid.
That's an appropriate age. The funny thing is how much older we are now having kids.
Yeah.
Back in the day, if you didn't have a kid at 18, like, what are you doing with your life?
You dumb fuck.
You don't have 5 kids.
Who's gonna take care of you when you're old?
When you're 40, bro, who's gonna take care of you when you're 40?
Yo, that's really my aunt. But that was really like
the mindset.
Yeah, like, can you believe that? Like, it's like you need to have kids so someone can take care of you when you're older, right?
Which is crazy, right? Because you're supposed to, as you get older, you're supposed to be more and more independent. Mm-hmm. You're only supposed to be taken care of when you can't move around. Yeah. Yeah. So being like 16, like, who's gonna take care of you? Yeah. You
take care of yourself. Yeah. You can't no more.
Yeah. Exactly.
Until you absolutely can't. Like, once you can't wipe your butt, let me know, and then I'll have somebody take care of you.
Yeah. I think that's the goal. As a parent, if you think your safety net is your children, then I feel like you failed as a parent, as an adult, planning your future.
Ooh, let's put some accountability on them.
Put accountability. Don't drop all your responsibilities on your kid just because you're like, this is gonna be a basketball player or this one's gonna be a professor. It's just like, no. How about you be an adult?
Be an adult.
Be an adult.
Grandma, grow up.
Brought to you by Idle Talk.
No, I think that's interesting because I being with my grandma recently, it's just been like you really become like I was telling my mom, I was like, you're really a baby twice. Yeah. Like when you're born and then when you're old, because then you start being stubborn again. You start not wanting to listen to things, even though like it's weird that the dynamic switches. It's like, you are older than me, but I know what's best for you. Mm-hmm. Like I know like you shouldn't be walking like 4 miles to go do this shit, but you like to do it, right? You're used to, your body's used to it, whatever. Like, but like, come on, like you shouldn't be doing that. Like that's why you're tired. That's why you do it. And they're like, no, I can do it. You know, like, like I'm older than you. I know better. But then it's weird now that it's like, no, you may be older than me, but do you know what's best for you? I mean, you think you know, but like, do I really know? Do you really know? I'm just trying to give you the best logical conclusion of things. But then like logic just goes out the window. They're like, nah, I want to do this. I want to do that.
Becomes stubborn.
It's weird. It's weird for sure. Okay, the next one. You realize you're grown when staying up late becomes a burden instead of an achievement.
That is completely true. That is completely true. Every time I stay up late, I wake up like, why did I do this? I don't know when I'm going to learn my lesson, but it is a
it's
burden.
3 a.m. again. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. I mean, 11, I have to be in bed.
At 11?
At 11, bro. Once 11:05 hit, I'm like, fuck. I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to sleep maybe like 1, 2, and then I wake up the next time like, it's fucking 7. Mm-hmm. I don't have no reason to be up at 7. Yeah. But there we go. Body's like, bitch, you should have fell asleep at 11 when I told you to. So that's how.
Starting your day off early though, that's good.
Okay. Okay, the next one. Our grandkids might view alcohol the way we view cigarettes, culturally appropriate poison.
Yeah. I don't... Do you feel like alcohol is becoming less popular?
To me, it's never been popular.
Really?
I like a social drinker.
No,
you know?
but
like
I mean,
you know, I don't really.
You
I don't
don't
enjoy
drink
it.
but like I mean, as a society,
do you think it's popping, and I feel like it was popping like 2016, and I feel like ever since then, like ever since One Dance came out, I got Hennessy in my hand.
One Dance?
Yeah, by Drake, right?
Okay, yeah.
So ever since then, I feel like the decline has started going down because I don't hear Ciroc and rap lyrics no more. I don't hear Hennessy. I don't hear like none of that shit no more. Yeah. And that's because they stopped paying for the lyrics, like the ad lyrics.
Really?
And that's they don't say that shit for fun, bro.
Oh, okay.
So they getting a bag either way from it.
Oh, okay.
So like everything is paid for. Everything you hear in a verse or whatever, like from big artists, like it's not coincidences. It's not like got an Apple Watch on my wrist, like fucking the clit. Like it's not like I like. no, like that was bad. Like I'm just making shit up, right? That's why. But like you see what I'm saying? Though?
Apple would have to pay for that. Yeah.
Any placements of anything is like Apple is paying something.
Yeah.
Probably not a rap verse. You know, that's
probably not that rap
that's
verse.
Not there's probably not that rap verse, but it's like got a band, bought my homies iPhone 12s, and chilling on the beach, sand in my 12s.
Yeah,
like you know, like the Nikes. Boom, that's two things.
That's two
things: the Nikes and iPhones. So yeah, like any placement like that is usually paid for.
So any big artist who's dropping anything that has to do with any merch or other company, obviously they're gonna get some back. Okay, exactly, but if they're a small artist, you're like, all right,
no, it like. You gotta be big.
You gotta be
Drake
like
dropping like
Jay-Z,
Hennessy,
Beyonce,
like
Little Baby, whatever.
Yeah, Rick Ross, Meek Mill. They used to talk about a lot of alcohol. Yeah.
We could just keep naming people.
Exactly. Anybody that you've heard name drop an alcohol brand, anything like that, there's a 95% chance that they've gotten some kind of paycheck from it.
Yeah.
Whether it be from existing like partnerships, or like, hey. Summer's coming up. Can you drop something with Hennessy in it?
Yeah.
They're not gonna name the song Hennessy. Like you know, like One Dance is a perfect example. Got a Hennessy in one hand, like you know. So like that's perfect. Like that's the right amount of like. Because then Summer 16 came along and it's like, got a Hennessy in my hand. Everybody was literally talking about that the entire summer. Like Summer 16 was a whole, like, that was an era. If we would do like human history, we have like our golden age. Like of human history, like if we put it together.
2016?
No, I'm saying like in overall human history, you know, we had our golden age of like art and like music and things like that, and then Summer 16 is its own sliver right here, like, and then we have Corona 2020 that lasted like 3 years. Like we're still gonna be in 2020 after 2023. Like that's like the year like time stood still, you know, like that like important like human like milestones. So I think Summer 16 is in there. Just like that was a good summer at least. A little slower, yeah. Yeah, I feel like worldwide it was a good summer. Like everybody had a good time during that period. Okay, the next one. Pets are the new children. Plants are the new pets, and crystals are the new plants.
Wait, repeat that.
Pets are the new children. Plants
are the new pets.
Are the new pets, and crystals are the new plants.
Yeah, I get it. For deeper reasons, you know, like pets are less expensive, and they're not as big of a burden on you as a growing adult. And plants, you know, plants are just nice.
Yeah, plants are just cool to have.
Yeah.
Just any greenery in your room is like sick.
Yeah.
Plants are cool. Crystals though, I think crystals like being the new plants is hilarious because like I was like, oh, we'll put my crystals in the sunlight. Because that okay. Yes. I put my shit in the sunlight. Bro, because it helps cleanse your crystals. So like when you have a bad day and you're holding your crystals and then like you're
I didn't know you were a crystal
putting
guy.
the energy. I've shown you my crystals.
I know, but I didn't know you were a crystal guy.
Yeah, but like guy. I put it in like I have my set of I have my infinity stones basically, right? I'm not buying anymore. Like but I have my shit that I just like cleanse yourself. We've had like a weird 24 hours.
Yeah.
Right? It's like a cleansing ritual. So when I bought them in Colorado, it was cool that lady was like, let me cleanse these, and she got like this little like metal rod, and then she banged it and it hummed. It's like, ooh. And she was like, cleanse them, right? And I left, and the person I was with, she was like, oh, that's really cool that she did that. Like most places don't do that. Like that's really like useful for you. It makes it like yours. Gives it a clean slate, and then you put your bullshit into it, whether it be good or bad, right? Because they like kind of have plants. Like any energy that's in your room or plants, like they feel it, whether it be good or bad. That's why most plants die in hostile environments. Like, so I think that's cool that crystals are the new plants. I think that's funny too, though. I'm not a crystal guy, I would say, but like, I have my infinity stones. You know, like got it on me
all times.
When it's in the car, it's getting sunlight.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Making a mistake because of muscle memory is your body's version of making a mistake on autocorrect.
I can see that.
Have you ever like done one of those things?
I can't recall any right now, but I'm pretty sure I have, but I can't recall.
I did one the other day. I forgot. Like it would have ended terribly if I would have continued though. Oh, because I'm so used to like preheating the oven and then putting my stuff in, but the oven's not hot yet, right? It's not as hot, right? So I could tolerate it, like taking it out, putting it in, close it, boom, bada bing, right? But then I preheated the oven. I was like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Went to the bathroom, do my things. Almost pulled the shit out. I was like, whoa. Almost had me there, oven. Not gonna lie to you. That would have been bad, bro. Because I grabbed the oven mitt and I pulled it out. I'm like, damn, this bitch is hot.
Yeah,
like
that would have burnt your skin.
You know when you open the oven and you're like, heat just comes out. I'm like, damn, I would have fucked my whole shit up, bro. Because I do it in like in a second. Go, psh, boom, right?
And then put it in.
And then like I was like, ooh, oven mitt. Almost fucked my shit up. Everything you do on your computer feels like hacking when you're bad at remembering your passwords.
I'm really bad at remembering passwords. I had all my passwords on notes.
That's dangerous, bro. You just get an app and just remember one password.
I'm starting to really use that Apple thing.
Oh yeah, those are good. But that's only for web browsers though.
Yeah, I mean that saves me a lot. Even on app, on downloading new apps.
Really?
Yeah, they like, do you want to use Apple?
Oh yeah, that's your key. It's in the keyboard, right? Oh, see, you should do that. Yeah,
I'm doing that now.
That's free.
Yeah, but anything that's like important, like the IRS, DMV, my email, I have my own personalized thing.
So I used to handwrite my passwords. Like I used to put random numbers, symbols, like letters, like everything. Like I would write them down and then have them written somewhere. And then one day Christian, he shares my PlayStation login with me. So he was like, yeah, I need your password to like authorize my PlayStation, right? I was like, all right, bet. I sent him my password. He's like, did a computer make this password? I was like, nah, bro. I sat there and I was like, this looks unhackable. Which is crazy because my Instagram password is like that. And somebody tried to log into my Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Someone logged into my Twitter and then I changed it like an hour later. That was crazy. I don't know what they got in an hour, but...
What would they get from your Twitter?
I don't know. My shit is dry, bro. I got one message at the top that's recent. And then, like, everything's from, like, 2015. Like, there's nothing in there. But somebody was on my Twitter, and I was talking to this girl, and I hit her up. I was like, did you log into my shit?
Did she know your password?
No. But I'm saying, like, she looked like the type to do that, you know? And I was like, did you log into my shit? She's like, no. I was like, are you sure? She's like, wouldn't I be mad if you changed your password? Like, wouldn't I be like, why did you change your password? I was like, yeah, you are kind of crazy. That does make sense.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because
so
you know,
she
like,
knows your password?
No. So like, if she would hack into my thing, right, and I changed my password like I did, like almost instantly, like, she said her reaction would be like, wouldn't I be mad that you changed your password? Would be like, oh, why did you change your password? Is there something?
But why would she be mad? She doesn't know your password. She's not
no.
supposed to know your password.
If she was the one that hacked it, like she would, because she's crazy enough to get on me like that.
Okay, but let's
like that dynamic between us is like, she would get mad if I changed my password if she hacked my shit. She's like, why can't I hack your shit? Like that's that's the mindset we're coming from.
Oh, because she's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, why can't I hack your shit? And I'm just like, she's like, don't you think I would be a little bit more upset if you change your password? And I was like, you right. Don't trust you though. You're right though.
Yeah.
But I changed that shit within the hour. That shit was crazy. They hacked me at 2 a.m.
How did you know that they
got an email?
From a new device.
It's like, yeah. And I was like, whoa, I ain't logged into shit recently. I was literally driving from Florida, and then I was like, change my password right there into some random, because I have like 5 passwords stored in my brain, and I have like a secondary group, like a subgroup of those 5 passwords, and I'm like, all right, this is the one I'm gonna use until I can get home and like change it on my app, because I have LastPass. Shout out to you, LastPass. I have LastPass. So it's just like Face ID, and then all my passwords fill in, like on like my computer, my iPad, and my phone, my other phone, like all my shit connected at once. So if I had all Apple devices, I would just use the Apple one. But since I don't have all Apple devices, then it just saves across the entire thing. LastPass, hit me up. Sponsor us. A man walking alone can be intimidating. A dog walking alone can be intimidating. A man walking a dog is comforting.
I guess. I never really. What kind of dog?
You don't even know. Just you see a dog on the street, you're like, whoa.
A dog by.
Have you ever seen a dog by itself and your instinct is to approach it?
No.
It's intimidation right there. You're like, why don't you approach it?
Because it's a fucking.
It's a fucking dog. See, there we go. That answers the question. But that's intimidation.
But if it's a guy with a dog, I'm thinking
it's like, oh, he's safe. He has a dog.
No, I'm thinking the dog.
Killers don't have dogs.
Camouflage.
Okay. In 10 years, the poor will only drive gas-powered cars.
No.
In 30 years, the rich will only drive gas-powered cars.
Yeah. The way that, yeah, because then only the rich will be able to afford
gas.
Yeah, petroleum and stuff like that.
Nice. A gynecologist is a private investigator.
A gynecologist is a private investigator. Yeah. Gynecologist is the person who checks the vaginas, right? Yeah.
Private investigator.
Have you ever gone to a gynecologist?
I can't say I have. Have you?
Yeah.
You've gone to a gynecologist?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
No.
Well, that was Idle Talk. Idle Talk X our Shower Thoughts. Whoever, I'll probably try to credit as many people as I can if I'll look for it on the subreddit, but if I don't, I apologize. But that was a funny little like deep dive into Reddit. That was quite enjoyable. Thank you for listening. I'm Fernando
Valdez the Don.
Leave us a review on iTunes, follow us on Spotify, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Deuces.
I guess we just